Section C, Directions. In this section, you will hear 3 passages. At the end of each passage, you will hear 3 or 4 questions. Both the passage and the questions will be spoken only once. After you hear a question, you must choose the best answer from the 4 choices marked A, B, C, and D. Then mark the corresponding letter on answer sheet 1 with a single line through the center.
Passage 1. All parents know it is difficult to get children to eat their vegetables. Some of them offer rewards or treats for children finishing their share. But researchers have discovered that youngsters who are not praised for trying vegetables are more likely to eat them eventually. The study found that the best way to get children to eat food they do not like is simply to give them repeated exposure to it. Psychologists from Ghent University in Belgium studied 98 children. They gave them 5 kinds of vegetables to eat: mushrooms, peas, eggplants, carrots and cabbages. The taste tests revealed that carrots were the least liked vegetable among youngsters. The children were then given a bowl of boiled carrots and told to choose how much to eat. After 8 minutes, they were asked to rate the dish as delicious, just okay, or disgusting. The trial went on twice a week for a month, with a follow-up taste test after 8 weeks. Children were split into 3 groups, with one group asked to try the bowl of carrots repeatedly with no further encouragement. The other 2 groups were given rewards of a toy or verbal praise. After the trial, 81% of children who simply tried the carrots consistently liked them. This is in contrast to 68% for the group given a toy and 75% for the group given verbal praise.
Questions 16 to 18 are based on the passage you have just heard. Question 16. What is the best way to get children to eat vegetables according to a recent study? Question 17. What did the researchers find about carrots? Question 18. What does the result of this research show? Passage 2. One thing about the moon many people don't know is that it has a lot of garbage on its surface, left over from human space exploration. But how much garbage exactly have humans left on the moon? It's hard to be accurate, but the trash likely weighs more than 181,000 kilograms on Earth. Much of it was left by American astronauts who landed on the lunar surface between 1969 and 1972 during NASA's Apollo missions. The other rubbish comes from missions that did not have human crews. These missions were conducted by various space exploring agencies, including those from the US, Russia, Japan, India, and Europe. Many of the older pieces are equipment sent to learn about the moon. The equipment stayed there after its missions ended. The moon is also home to lunar orbiters that mapped the moon before they crashed into its surface, adding to the garbage heap. The objects left by the Apollo astronauts included equipment that was no longer needed. Bringing back unneeded equipment would have used up precious resources such as fuel. But, as the saying goes, one person's trash is another's treasure. Researchers can study the garbage left on the moon to see how its materials weathered the radiation and vacuum of space over time. Moreover, some of the objects on the moon are still being used, including a laser range reflector left by the Apollo 11 crew?
Questions 19 to 21 are based on the passage you have just heard. Question 19. What does the passage say may be unknown to many people? Question 20. Why has a lot of equipment been left on the moon? Question 21. What can researchers do with the garbage on the moon? Passage 3. In my line of work, I receive a lot of emails. I also send a lot of emails. Though social media and messaging apps have taken over some of the roles from email as a form of communication, email is likely to retain an important role for business communication in the future. Surprisingly, though, a lot of companies and organisations lack formal guidelines for emailing. As most of you will soon be entering the workforce, I would like to share with you my own rules for emailing. If someone sends you an email, reply to them acknowledging the email. A simple thank you lets the sender know that their email has arrived safely, that it has not been lost among what could be 50 other emails that have arrived in your email inbox that day. It's not necessary to reply to a mass email sent to numerous recipients. These emails are often informative rather than personalised correspondence requiring a response or action. But it's common politeness to respond to a personal message, preferably within 24 hours of receiving it. It's also important to use proper English. Just because emails are a quick form of communication doesn't mean emails, especially business emails, should be written using informal, shortened forms of words. Think of an email as a letter. Spelling, grammar, and punctuation should not be overlooked, and never use capitals to emphasize a word or words in an email. It's the same as yelling.
Questions 22 to 25 are based on the passage you have just heard. Question 22. What does the passage say about email? Question 23. What should one do upon receiving a personalized email? Question 24. What does the passage say about a mass email? Question 25. What should one do when writing a business email?
This is the end of listening.